lovelies. It is Sunday, January 23rd, 2022. I gotta get used to saying 2022. Today, we're taking the bus because I gotta go over to the other side of the city in the West End and get my booster shot. So, let's do that. The current temperature right now is -2 degrees Celsius, and the wind chill is -5. Now it is a cold, damp day, so I really feel the -2. Normally, I don't. Currently, right now, we are walking on Barrington Street, where I hope to pick up the number 8 bus. I have to go out to the Halifax Forum for my booster. Take a look up Cornwallis Street there. Between Barrington Street and Gottingen Street, it is quite an incline. There's looking towards the Cogswell interchange. And Purdy's Wharf, those 2 glass towers. When I get up to the bus stop, I'll show you the part of Barrington Street that was once going to be part of the downtown highway system. So this building here across the street from where I am is a water treatment plant, one of 5 or 6 along the harbor. And that's looking down towards Barrington Street, going towards the bridge. So I'm going to pause this now, and I will resume once I get onto the bus. And I have to put my gloves on because I can feel the wind. So I will see you in a few seconds. Alrighty, we are on the bus. If I sound a little muffled, it's because I do have a mask on. Commonplace these days. Sitting at the back of the bus. Preferred seating when you have a camera. And I placed my mic inside my scarf. That way I can still speak a little bit lower and you'll still hear it. Fingers crossed. City Hall. Next stop, Barrington Street before Prince Street. So yes, we are following Barrington Street. Next stop after Prince Street. And as you can tell, it's not a very busy bus. This is me. Got my favorite little brimmed hat on today. You gotta look fashionable when you go to get your needle. Let's flip you guys around again. You don't need to see me. So yesterday, interesting thing happened. I went up to Staples to pick up my computer chair for my desk. So I'm sitting on something that's a lot more comfortable and more suitable for when I'm working from home. So I decided I was going to make a video for it of me assembling it. And it seemed like every couple of minutes my Pocket 2 was overheating and shutting itself off. So that was a bit annoying to say the least. So I am going to review what I have, probably do some creative editing and see what I can do, and I'll probably throw it up onto the B-side channel. That seems to be my, that's probably going to be like where I vlog or just dump videos that I'm not really particularly proud of. So we'll see. I want to get a little bit more content over onto that channel as well. So for those who are new to my channel, I just started a job this week. It is a work from home, 40 hours. And yeah, so far so good. I've been in training. I'm in training for the next 4 weeks. There's a lot to learn. By the time 4:30 comes in the morning, or 4:30 in the afternoon, my brain's pretty much mush. So, and now that I'm noticing that daylight is starting to lengthen, hopefully if I'm not too tired or brain dead, that I can get out and start streaming again. I do have to adjust my cell phone bill because I did take off a lot of my data just because A, I wasn't really streaming as much, and B, I couldn't afford to. So let's see, there's a little bit of a line up for Lululemon. Not much. They are opening at noon, and it's just a few minutes before noon right now. Store will always have a lineup outside of it. So my appointment for my booster is actually going to be at is for 12:15. So hopefully I can get there in time. And then when I finish my booster shot, I have to run across the street to the superstore and pick up cat food because, you know, Max. Max has to eat too. Just to give you an idea, this is all the new paving stones that they put down for the sidewalk for Spring Garden Road. When they did all that construction, they completely tore it all up and took out the old tram tracks that used to be there. And they widened the sidewalks, narrowed the street, and starting in the springtime, Spring Garden will only be a transit-only corridor. There's going to be trees planted. I mean, it's winter, the ground's frozen, you can't really put some trees in. But what is an interesting thing is that they used the old cobblestone that they found that used to be around the tram tracks and use them as decorations. So it got reused. So this opened up just right before Christmas. It was like the Christmas gift to the city. It was basically Spring Garden Road's reopened. So when it does become a transit corridor between Queen Street and South Park, cars will be rerouted to the same ways where the buses were. And We're just outside the gates of Public Gardens. And as you can tell, there's hardly any snow. Every time it snows, it rains. Always. I can already feel my handle on my Pocket 2 getting warm. Yesterday, when I was recording my chair assembly, it was, oh my gosh, I couldn't even touch it. Like once I had to leave it where it was and just not touch it at all. It was that warm in my hands. I thought the thing was going to melt. A lovely couple out for their stroll. Out for a Sunday afternoon walk. So normally I'm Team Pfizer when it comes to my COVID vaccinations. My first one was a Pfizer, and my second vaccination in July was a Pfizer, but because there is a shortage of Pfizers, they're recommending that younger people get them. And since I am over the age of 29, I have to get Moderna. So we'll see how that goes today. This is the Campfield Cemetery that we're going past. Notable figures in there are Joseph Howe, Alexander Heath, and Viola Desmond. And if you are not feeling well, or you need to go to the emergency room, this would be the hospital in the city that you would go to. This is the QE2 Health Sciences Center, the Halifax Infirmary site. Farther up the street, going in the south end, there is the Victoria General site, the IWK Women's Health Center and Children's Hospital. Victoria General and all the surrounding facilities around that are usually just specialized. Like if they can't take you here at the infirmary site, you will have to go down to Victoria General. That's usually where oncology would be and everything. And just over here is the Halifax Commons. Now the Oval is open this year. They do have a limit on how many people can be on the ice. Proof of vaccination is required, as well as wearing a mask on the ice while you skate, which is different from last year, because last year you had to book your appointment. This one here you don't have to, and you didn't have to wear your mask on ice. But this year, because of the Omicron variant and how tricky that one is, taking every precaution necessary. It's been a while since I've done a transit video. I might even record a video of me at the grocery store. Let's see, I've done the Quinpool Road Superstore and I've done the Barrington Street. I do prefer the Superstore over Sobeys. Even though now Superstore's prices are going up higher due to COVID and supply chain issues and just getting things shipped or manufactured. Those two buildings there are the Lexington to the left and the McDonald apartments to the right. The McDonald apartments obviously are older. They were built in the late 60s, early 70s, with the Lexington being built within the last 15 years. So hopefully Kiddo is going to get his ice skates sharpened this week, because he really wants to get out onto the ice. And who can blame him? I don't own a pair of skates, and just the thought of me wearing skates that are like bowling shoes, like yes, I know that they disinfect them and spray them and everything else, but it's still the thought. I haven't been on skates for I think 2 winters. I didn't even go last year. I watched, but I didn't go on the ice, so we'll see. If there was a way for me to hook up my Pocket 2 to like on me, then I would take you skating with me. I still want roller skates for summer. I didn't get them this year. Just crossed North Street. I didn't realize I still had this all zoomed in. Oh, I see some gutting of a building. The old Bloomfield School. Alrighty, my lovelies, I am going to pause this for a bit, and because I'm almost to where I have to be. And my gimbal, or my Pocket 2 is really warm in my hand. I'm going to let it cool off for a bit. So I will see you shortly. Alrighty, I am off the bus. The mask is down. And yes, I'm using my camera in a crosswalk. It happens. Alright, so I am about half a block away from where I have to go. It's Sunday. I don't wear makeup when I don't need to. The sun is trying to poke out. There's the superstore where I will be heading after my needle. This end of the city is building up with a lot of condos and new buildings and construction. That didn't make sense, but when do I ever make sense, really? Sorry about the wind. I decided to get off at the earlier bus stop just so I can get some air. Just to I gotta zoom this back in. There we go. I did have to let my camera cool down. It's been getting hella hot when I'm recording, and it's not even a year old. So, and I already put in an email to DJI about it, to their support. It feels a lot colder than a -5 wind chill, I can tell you that. Holy snappers. So where I'm going for my booster is the same place that I went to for my second Pfizer vaccine in July. Same building, different needle. I have a hole in my coat pocket. My keys fell into it, so now my keys are at the bottom of my jacket on the inside. Oh well, at least I know where it's at. And this is where I'm going. So, the wind is fighting me. Now, the Halifax Forum is an old hockey arena. It has actually 2 ice surfaces in here. But where I'm going to be, they call the multi-purpose room. It's not the bingo room, for those who were wondering. It's where all the like craft shows happen. The smaller ones, not Christmas at the Forum, which takes up the whole thing. So I will be heading in for my third jab. So hopefully the third time's a charm. All right, so I will see you when I get out. Alrighty, my lovelies. I am vaxxed, poked for the 3rd time. It was enjoyable, I must say. It's been a while. Anyway, I am just leaving now. Why is this there we go. I did my 15 minutes. I was double masked. They do give you an extra mask when you walk in after spritzing you with hand sanitizer. So now I'm going to be heading across the street and getting food for Max. And a carton of milk and some cereal. I don't know what kind of cereal yet. I was on last week. I actually bought a sugary cereal, which is something I don't normally do if I'm going to be buying cereal. Shreddies, cornflakes, Raisin Bran, you know, the grown-up stuff. No, I bought Sugar Crisp. I was in the mood for Sugar Crisp. Man, that stuff is sweet. Whew, I couldn't even finish the box. Anyway, I need to get that done. I was going to record my grocery shopping video. I don't think I will. Just because I always feel awkward in the grocery store. Like when you have to go and you're recording because people are watching you and everything. So I'm a little self-conscious these days. Anyway, booster number 3, it is Moderna. We'll see if I get any side effects. I did with Pfizer back in July. I was out cold for like 2 days. So we'll see how I do with this one. Fingers crossed. All right, my lovelies. I hope you enjoyed this quick and short little video that I made. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you can do so by hitting that little bell down below. Get the notifications because I do live stream sometimes from home, sometimes if I'm out. Lately it's been from home. Also, if you want to help support my channel, I do have links down below in the description for my PayPal and my Patreon, as well as channel memberships if you do want to do it that way as well. So, hopefully you guys all have a lovely day, and I will see you next time. Bye.